I say it's a family podcast. It's your boy Stella G.
It's your boy Sterling.
And we here with Rick Damon with Damans Strength Training. Who did?
God did.
Who did?
God did.
We all we got.
We all we need.
We all we got.
We all we need.
It's a what?
Family.
It's a what?
Family.
It's a what?
Family.
So the first question we want to know is, what inspired you to start Damans Strength Training?
It's a great question. A lot of things. I think the biggest thing was this. When I was a kid, I always enjoyed just physical activity. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed training. The biggest thing that made me want to open this gym was I grew up in Rochester, and on Brighton Avenue there was a gym from the 70s all the way to like the early 2000s, and the gym in the 70s was called Junction City, and then it was called Fitness World, and then it was called Extracitium. Well, the first time I saw that gym, I remember like I opened the door and I was like, oh, this is where I gotta be, and I was only like 12 at the time. I'll never forget it. I stepped foot in there, I looked, and I could still visually see like what I was looking at and where I was standing, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Like I knew 12 years old. I didn't know how the hell I was going to get here, but I was like, this is what I want to do, and that's how I got it.
Where is this located, your facility located?
It's in Beaver, PA.
Now, how long does like a work session typically take?
A training session, well, typically an hour. So, it depends on, the majority of the kids that come in here are 10 and up. Even adults. Like adults, they don't want to be in here for an hour and a half. Like they got things to do. They got kids, they got jobs, and it's a place where people that know, especially adults, they know they don't have anything to do but come and train. They come through that door on the hour, every single hour, we train, right? We do the warm up, we coach them through the workout, we do some recovery stuff, they're out the door, 45, 60 minutes. Same.
After training, are you pro, college or pro athlete?
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as like pro athletes, absolutely. I mean, Sheldon Jeter, right? Great basketball player at Great Falls. Derek Boyd, great football player at Rochester. Penn State, Steelers, my boy, Chris Griffin, trained him. Adam Libator, Rochester boy, pitched for the Dodgers for a long time. Chris Elkins out of Beaver Falls, played for the Steelers.
How do you track progress while you train?
We have phases they go through. They go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. There's 2 workouts in each phase. Not only do they come in here and work out, like we're teaching them. This is 1A, this is 1B, this is what this exercise is, this is the tempo we're asking you to do it at. This is the set, this is the rep, this is the weight, this is how you mark sets and reps, and you're educating them, right? And then as they go down, they track everything. So they track their weight and reps.
So how do you keep your clients motivated, like especially the kids?
Coaching. Yeah. Coach them. The kids want coached. We coach them hard, but we have fun, and they respond. We train thousands of kids, dude, and these kids respond to tough coaching. They love it. They want coach. They want push, and that's like the biggest thing. That's how they get motivation. They get excited. They know when they come through that door, someone is caring. Someone cares about them. What I mean?
Being that you train, is there a difference between coaching and training?
I mean, yeah, because you're coaching kids, you have the ability to see so many different ways to like teach somebody something, right? You might be coaching this kid, you can't coach this kid the same. If I had both of you in here, it'd just be different coaching. You know what I mean? If you ever coach sports, you know that you can talk to some kids differently. Exactly. You can whisper something in some kid's ear that gets them motivated. Mm-hmm. Or you might have to put your arm around and be like, hey man, look, or you can get in their shit a little bit. You can yell at them. And every kid responds differently. Every kid has different personalities, and you have to know that. And I think that's one of the things with coaching is, the old school coaching, everybody was treated the same. I'm not saying that was wrong, but you can really get kids' levels up if you know how to communicate with them.
Exactly.
100%.
How do you balance your dad life, your work life, and your training life?
So that's a great question. I've changed my hours over the years. I've done some other things within the business that has allowed me to continue to have freedom like I wanted. I'm never going to sacrifice family. If the business would over and sue my life, like I would have to make some really tough decisions. Because I'm not going to lose my time with my kids. There's no way. So I've always had really good coaches. I've changed some hours in the morning. My wife coaches in the mornings. I'm here we used to be open from 3 to 9. We're here from 3 to 7, and some days 3 to 6. I've been able to bring teams in, which helps, right? If you make a business move, you still have to be able to, you still got to be able to pay your employees well. You still have to be able to pay all your rent. You still got to be able to update your, there's a lot of things that need done. I've made sacrifices, and they're tough decisions. Right? So the decisions you make in the gym, you have to be mindful, but you also have to do what you got to do for your family. You know what I mean? Because in a couple of years, my 12-year-old's going to be gone, and my 10-year-olds are going to be gone, and I'm going to be like, did I miss it? Did I do whatever I need? So like my son gets dropped off here every day. My wife drops my son off about 4 or 5. He trains, and then I take him to wrestling, or I take him to football, and I coach football. Or I take my daughters to gymnastics. So I'm still involved. You know what I mean? So it's a tough balance, but you do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like I said, working all day is easy. It's simple. And when they're out of the house, I'll go back to working all day. I don't care. But till then, I got a lot to manage, man. I got a lot to figure out. But I'll make it happen.
All right, last question for this time.
Yeah.
Have you ever just like realized what you're doing for not just the Beaver community, but the CB community and like the Lincoln Park community? Like, have you ever just sat back and realized what you're doing and making an impact on not just kids' life, but teenagers and actually pros and college athletes as well?
So this is where I get emotional. So you know. I try not to think about it. I just keep doing what I do. This will be year 15 in November 30th. Training as a kid probably kept me alive, out of jail, for sure. It's always given me a place to go. I never set out to be like, oh, we're gonna impress people, or we're gonna make Beaver County better. Like, it was never that. It was always like, I'm just gonna do what I love. And I never expected, I've always had goals to coach teams, but I never had, like, we worked with Central Valley for 7 years, Beaver Falls, Lincoln Park, Freedom. I'm having an opportunity to meet with New Bright next Saturday. Western Beaver used to bring a bus full of football players here, and they would pull the bus up, we'd open the door, we'd train 30 kids. You know what I mean? So I've had some really cool opportunities. I've met a lot of phenomenal people. Dude, it's been good. It's been legit, for sure.
So we appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Keep going.
Thanks,
what
bro.
you're doing. Keep
Appreciate it.
great. And what you're going is not going unnoticed. Like, we know. It's your host, Thunder G.
And your boy Sterling.
And we here with Rick Damon with Damans Strength Training. I say, who did?
God did.
Who did?
God did.
We all we got?
We all we need.
We all we got?
We all we need.
It's a what?
Family.
It's a what?
Family.
It's a what?
Family.